Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another amazing episode of Executive Insights, where every week we answer 4 business questions.
3 from various levels of your business journey, and 1 personal question as a business owner.
Today we'll be talking about planting seeds for tomorrow, legacy and mentorship.
I love this.
I was excited for this one. I'll be your host, Gervais Nelson, CEO of VaseTime, as well as the founder for the VaseTime Foundation, alongside my amazing co-host.
Hey everyone, I am Marie Rose, CEO of Rosebud Studios and founder of Rose Petals to Success and all those other things.
I love it. All right. Marie, they asked us question number 1. How can someone at the very beginning of their journey identify the right mentor for the season of life and growth they're in?
Because it's the beginning. That's what's making me, it's hard for me to answer because in the beginning, everyone looks amazing in business.
Very true.
And the people that you see most are not the people you need to choose as a mentor. And the reason I'm saying that is because when you're searching, like think about your algorithm. When you start business, you're looking at everything about business. Right. So the people who have the most money in marketing, they are the people that are going to show up on your feed. The people who are actually out here on the ground doing the work, they may not be the ones that show up all the time on social media and telling you to pay them to tell you how to run business. So what I'm saying is that go into the room physically and see who people are talking about. See who people are saying that they got their resource from. They got the information from. The people who are actually doing the work, and see who their resources are, and that's who you need to scope out or choose as a mentor and try to connect. I really feel like today, because we focus so much on TikTok and Instagram and different media platforms to get business information, that's where the people who don't have the experience or the knowledge just starting, we're like, oh, this is where I get all my information from. This is who I need to go to. A true mentor, honestly, they may charge a fee, but the value of the information you receive does not equal the price that they are charging you. Oh, it's above that. It's beyond that. A lot of times as mentors and coaches that are truly love what they're doing, they're passionate about what they're doing, they charge a fee for commitment.
True.
They don't charge a fee for the value. I just want like a new entrepreneur to keep that in mind, that the person is not going to say your time is up, cut the bill, and if you want to get the second part of your answer, no. A mentor or a coach will want to make sure that you pay a fee as a commitment that you want to continue and you value their time. However, they're going to pour everything into you during that moment to be able to really make sure that you survive and grow and are on the right track, because your survival and your growth in business makes them feel like they have accomplished something.
I think you hit that one right on the head with your answer, as far as what you were saying about like the coaches and the mentors and making sure you pick the right one. I'll dig into another part of it, because as you were saying, I was thinking about something else. Like everything I was going to say is pretty much the same thing you were thinking. But understanding the different styles of a mentor and where you are in that season. I understand the difference between what's encouragement and what's a challenge. So a lot of times we only look for someone that encourages and makes us feel good. And that's great starting out in the beginning, because you need somebody to boost your confidence. You need somebody to believe in you. You need somebody that's going to tell you you're doing the right things and keep you motivated and keep you going every day. But there's a second type of mentor out there. And I think a lot of people will stay away from this one, but sometimes they're my favorite. It's the kind of mentor that I am. It's the one that challenges you. And the one that challenges you sees something in you that you don't see in yourself yet, and they're going to drive you to places that you don't even see possible for yourself. And it really is a challenge. Like every day you're going to be assigned tasks, you're going to be assigned different things to take you to a higher level. And that's the commitment, because it's like, I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to tell you what you need. I'm going to tell you how to get it. But here's the challenge, go get it. And sometimes that breaks people because they don't need that at that time. They're overwhelmed with so much. So just depending on where you are, if you're already confident in yourself and you already believe in what you're doing, it's probably better to go for the mentor that's going to challenge you. And sometimes if you're just starting out and you just need that person to follow you, stay away from the person that challenges you. Find that person that encourages and builds you up to make sure that you understand that you can do this. Because year one with the person that challenges you can be very, very challenging and can break you and make you kind of run away from your dreams. So
Number 2, for our new business owners, 0 to 2 years, just starting out, figuring out your groove. What's one practical step new entrepreneurs can take to document their journey so future mentees can learn their early mistakes?
Write down everything. Be detailed in your description. Most people will say journal, but I'm more systematic, and just from me knowing what I've, my path, my journey, I'm really big on jotting things down and making an SOP out of it. So in year 1, year 2, you're still figuring it out. Then you're trying different things, you're bringing different things out, and you're seeing what works, what doesn't work. If something didn't work, write it down. Write down the good and the bad. Because what that's going to do is for the next go round, it's going to make you better. You're going to have better systems in place, better strategies. But like I said a moment ago, like that room wasn't ready for you. That client, that customer wasn't ready for you then. Or maybe you blew it because you didn't have the right processes in place. So you can learn from that by writing it down and saying, where was the disconnect? I started off here. They wanted my service.
Yeah.
Everything was going so good. And then we got all the way up to here and I lost them. If you jot it down step by step and piece it together, you can oftentimes find where you missed something. Maybe you weren't listening to their needs. Maybe your price wasn't at their price point. Maybe different things like that. You disconnect. So then you start putting processes and priors like, all right, first I'm going to greet you. Then I'm going to have a consultation. Following the consultation, we're going to send out a quote. Following the quote, I'm going to send you a deposit. After the deposit, we're going to set your schedule. From the schedule, we're going to get work done, and then we'll take the final payment. That's something that I literally put in place from having the mistakes of taking the deposit, but doing the work, but not getting the final payment, or starting the consultation, starting the work, and not getting the final payment or the deposit, and then you lose out. So it's like, that can't happen again. The first time it's your fault. First time it's their fault. Second time it's your fault. So jot it down and build the systems, good, bad, or indifferent, and make it better.
So for me, I'm big on like visual documentation because notes for me, I may forget. Policies, they change all the time. But my mistakes will be known. I love to tell a story based on what I posted or the history of my business. Like if you look at my timeline or you look at my social media, and I can pull a picture from me starting at 1,000 square feet building to going to 4,000 square feet. And somebody may ask me what happened here. And I'll say, at this point, you didn't even know I was shut down in 5 months. So or for people to see things that we bring back out. We spoke about this last episode, or maybe some episode, right?
One of those episodes.
Yes, one of those episodes.
Go back and check out, see which one.
Where we put something and we parked it because it didn't give us the response we needed, or the customers or our community wasn't ready for it, right? So like, for example, I just said I'm opening up a wellness center, right? A wellness room. But I had yoga back in 2019 in my space, in my 1,000 square feet. When COVID shut me down, I had a virtual gym that I opened. I have no certificates in any type of fitness, but I did it, right? Because I knew the business foundation part. And so that's something that got parked twice.
Wow.
So when I love to just show the visual, because that right there is an example that we can show, and sometimes we forget. But scrolling through, how many times have you just scrolled through old pictures when you first started in business and you forgot that moment until you saw the picture and it's like, wow. So telling your story through visuals, because a lot of times we forget. So how can we remember to tell our mentees everything? Because sometimes or some things I intentionally forget because I need to move on. So I put it in the back and I forget about it, but then I see a picture and I'm like, you know what? You should know this. This is what happened here. So I'm big on visual documentation, creating a diary that's now open to the public of what my journey has been. Now, if you want the nitty gritty, you would have to probably show me that picture and say, let's have a conversation, but that's okay. It's based on what I want to expose and put out there. But you can see and learn lessons just watching sometimes.
I can jot. I'm not really good with pen and paper and stuff like that because I'll lose it every time. I put a lot of stuff on my phone, But what I've learned to do is I'll take my phone and I'll take that one particular thing so I redid a 7-year manifesto over. So I'm 7 years in, so I was like, all right, this is everything that I achieved and accomplished to this point. Let me refocus, reshift, and realign my vision and my goal, because everything I set out to do, I did. So I can leave it there and stay comfortable, or I can push myself and keep going. I decided to push myself and keep going and grow what I've already established. The overall picture of it, not the detailed point by point. The point by point is in my phone. But the overall, I made it into paper, a ledger, like a poster, like a Canva poster. And I hung it on my wall in front of my desk. So every day I see it, and that reminds me, I have the details of it in my phone. Let me go ahead and double check this to make sure I'm on task month by month to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Question number 3, this is for our established business owners. You're in your established phase, looking to scale up, looking to build your team stronger, or maybe just looking for some fresh ideas. How can seasoned business owners mentor without burning themselves out or sacrificing the growth of their company?
Okay, that's easy. I mean,
see what I mean? It is easy when you think about it.
We literally are doing that right now.
That's why I said it was easy.
I think honestly, as business owners, we love to talk about business. If we could talk about business all the time from different perspectives of like balancing personal life and business, how you manage your business, how do you build your business, we get so excited because every part of the process we've graduated from. So to be able to talk about that, and not many people are accepting that are not in the industry to talk about that. So for somebody who is interested, oh my gosh, I want to talk about it all day. I want to tell you. And sometimes it may be so overwhelming, because when we finally get the opportunity to divulge in business, we done said so much, the person is like, whoa, can you give me a step by step? So this is my space. Like, that's why y'all need to talk to us and write comments and send us DMs, because this is our space to do exactly that.
If you're one of those people who don't like teaching and you just want to figure out a way to do it, and maybe teaching burns you out and it does dry you out, I challenge you to mentor an intern or someone that's already employed with you. It pays you back on the back end. So while you're mentoring that intern, while you're mentoring that employee that shows a little spark and interest, some would say, that could burn me out, I'm tired, but just think about how much you're able to now delegate to that person to get your energy back on the other side. So the more you bring that person along, you can now say, hey, I showed you how to do this. Take over this responsibility for me, and then this is now your new upgrade. This validates your raise, or so on and so forth. And as that person gets better and stronger, you're technically, in a lot of ways, training your replacement, or somebody to do more or do better than what you did, because everyone has their own level of creativity. So you can pour into them. I always ask back, so what do you think about it? What would you do different? What would you do better? Because you may be looking at something with fresher eyes. Like, now that you have more insight in the way that you think, you probably can take it to the next level. So I don't ever look at it as like burning me out, because I'm always curious if I teach them step by step how it's done, and they could pour back something that I wasn't thinking. We just took it somewhere that's brand new. And it never gets tiring that way. It's always fun.
So this is our personal insight question, a question from business owners. Y'all love to get inside of us in our heads. So let's answer this question here. If you could leave one message behind for the next generation of leaders, what would it be, and why does it mean so much to you?
Always treat people like they matter. Everybody, if they titles fade, awards go away, the applause go away, everything kind of like fades away at some point. So anybody I try to come in contact with, I always try to teach them like they matter, like they're the only person in the room at that moment, place and time. Once you put aside the awards and all that stuff is ego boosting. So in a lot of ways, it can take you somewhere you don't want to be. If someone can remember how they felt years later when they talk to you, I think one of my greatest feelings is years later, somebody will come back around to me and be like, yo, you made me feel, you helped me out of that situation. I was really going through something, but you helped boost me up out of that. Or, I'm glad I talked to you when I did that moment in time. Like, that to me, that's just higher than any award. How you make people feel, they never forget the way you made them feel, good, bad, or indifferent. So I just try to make, always, as a business owner, as a person, an individual, make sure people feel valued at all times when they interact with you, and it'll come back full circle. That to me is a better compensation than money. because it's just always going to come back and pay off on the back end.
Remember that everyone is human, including you. In business, we operate like robots, literally, and we forget to sleep and eat. So remembering that you are human, remembering that the people that you are pitching to, the people that you are proposing your business to, the people you are trying to be in the room with are human also. And even though they have all these awards and accolades and they put on their suit and they talk with a different language, that does not mean that you need to conform to their language. That just means you need to respect their language. Even though this was amazing, y'all can tell I'm having a good day today, right? So even though this was an amazing, we dropped a lot of information, this was personal. This was about leaving a legacy for your family. And this is something that a lot of people have a goal to do in business, but no pressure, right? Because we talked about from being a starter in business to being a successful business owner years in. So to make sure that the information we gave you aligns with who you are and what you are and where you are now, I highly suggest that you schedule a one-on-one with me or Jove so that we can make sure the information is targeted towards you.
You can follow us on Executive Insight _ and remember to stay inspired and never, ever, ever stop creating.
See y'all.